development. And there are two words in the field of sustainability. One is sustainability or sustainable development. Another one is ESG. So do you know the difference between ESG and sustainability? Because many times we are interchanging with sustainability with ESG. Some people are calling ESG, some people are calling sustainability. So some people are calling even as CSR. CSR is something different. It is a very, very small part of ESG. So many people, when we talk to a customer first time, they are thinking that planting trees and this type of charity activities are ESG, something like that they are thinking, but it's not like that. It is something broad one. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Mohammed. ESG, identify issue, sustainability, future generation, CSR, new projects. Very nice. Okay. So, yeah. So, let us understand the difference between, first let us understand what is ESG and the difference between sustainability and okay. Now, can you hear me?
Sir, kindly mute for all mic, please.
Yeah, I put all mute on, but you are getting my voice. No problem. Very nice. No problem. Okay, fine. No problem. So let us understand the first concept, that is the difference between sustainability and ESG. Sustainability is any human activity which should enhance the livelihood of our future generation. But ESG means environmental social governance is one part of sustainability. Then what is that part? Sustainability can be implemented by all human beings, every individual. Even you can practice sustainability in your own house. A country can follow a sustainability. One city can follow sustainability. Okay. So if any sustainability, if it is, yeah, ESG measures company performance, Mr. Vivekananda, give a big hand, please. Very nice. If the sustainability concept is implemented in a company, in an industry, it is called ESG. So now we should not confuse with sustainability and ESG. So henceforth, it is all ESG only. Because why ESG is because mainly the industry is the culprit for all these damages. Environmental damages is not done by any individual. It is done by majorly done by the industries. So the industry has to take care of sustainability so that the world will be a better place for all the human beings and all the living beings. In ESG, because it is for a company performance, sustainability performance, so there should be a well-structured way of doing it. So that's the reason it has been divided into two categories. It is not three, it is divided into two categories. One is environmental, another one is social. Environmental sustainability and social sustainability. The sustainability is divided into two categories. One is environmental sustainability, another one is social sustainability. What is environmental sustainability? That means reducing the carbon emission, reducing the waste, all these type of environmental related things are called environmental sustainability. Social is the relationship. You know, social. I'm very social with somebody else. So social means relationship. So to whom we are having relationship? We are having relationship with our customer. We are having relationship with our employees. We are having relationship with our suppliers, regulatory bodies, governments, many. So how we are making that social aspect so that the present human and future human are protected. So ultimately humans are protected. In the environment, how we are impacting the environment. So it is not included governance, I will tell you. Governance is something different. Environment is how we are impacting the environment. So social means how we are impacting our relations with the humans today and tomorrow. That is social. So we have to take care of both, not only the environment, the human aspect also we have to take care. For doing this one, we need governance. So governance is not a separate sustainability. For implementing any environmental sustainability and social sustainability, we need a governance. So that's the reason it is ESG. Okay. So have you understood this concept? Because we are going very deeply today. So first of all, you should understand the basic concept: sustainability development and ESG. ESG is with reference to a company. So you are all from companies. You are all working in some companies, or you are a professional or consultant or trainer. So many people are available. So you are going to the company and implement ESG, not in a house or somewhere else. So our topic is based on companies only. So how we can implement ESG in a company? Clear? If this concept is clear, please type I so that I can go to any depth, because many people are new. So I got to be very careful. So please excuse the experts. Sometime I may be repeating what we already known to you. But what would we got to, I have to balance everybody's need. Okay. Now, what is framework and what is standard and what is rating agencies? What is framework and what is standard? ISO is a standard. If you open an ISO standard, it will tell shall, should, must. Something you have to comply. So that is called standard. And the framework is principles. You have to follow these principles. So you are having all the flexibility to how to meet the principles. Somehow you can do it. Yeah. Framework is a structure. Yeah, structured way. Both are structured way. ESG is giving a structured way. Otherwise, but the problem with ESG is that there is no one industry. If you go there, there are multiple type of industries are available in India or in the world. Some education, some construction, software development, manufacturing, service. If you go inside, there will be lot of industries are available. In that industries also, very tiny, small, medium, big, large, very large. So giving a standard for ESG is so difficult. So that's the reason many people are coming with a framework. That means you have to achieve this goal. In UNGC, they are telling you have to achieve 10 goals. Even UN SDG, they are telling you have to achieve the 17 goals. So like that, they are coming up with some principles and goals and a framework so that it is guiding us to implement ESG in a practical way. So this is a difference between framework and standard. Am I confusing you, or have you got the clarity? Please type yes if I understand it. You should understand the difference between framework and the standard. So many times I will tell framework, sometimes I'll tell standard. So standard is different, the framework is different. Yes. Yeah, like process mapping. Right. Right. Fine. Now, the problem with, say, I will not go as per the slides which is given by the experts. I will go along with my own way of explaining it so that you can able to understand the concept clearly. Then you can able to understand anything. The ESG concept is very new to this world. Nobody is expert. Okay. Nobody is expert in this line. Okay. So it is getting developed. It is getting evolved. Even United Nations is not ready. Indian government is not ready. Many governments are not ready. But we have to achieve our target of net zero by 2070, 2070. 2070, we have to achieve net zero. That means no emission at all. You have to go to that extent. Then only we can save this Mother Earth. But time is too short. So many people started their own frameworks, their own standards, and it become branded. So what to do? We got to follow everything. I'll tell you how to follow all these things. Okay. So I think many people joined today. So let me explain about my company. It's the right time to introduce myself and my company. My company is BMQR Certification Private Limited. We are basically ISO certification body, and we are having 4 divisions. One is ISO certification division. Number 2, we are having a training division where we are conducting various lead auditor training program and ESG training programs. Number 3, we are having IPR division where we are doing trademark and patent registration. And we are also into sustainability. That too, we are into EcoVadis rating consultancy. So these are the 4 major divisions. My name is S. Ilongo. I'm basically a mechanical engineer, MBA, and I'm the lead auditor for 12 ISO standards. And I am also one of the sustainability report assurance provider approved by AA 1000. Only 7 people are there in the world, and I am one among them. I passed a difficult examination and I become the sustainability auditor now. So I get a lot of jobs for verifying the sustainability report from India and other countries. So that's the reason I'm not coming to any training class and all, because totally occupied, because as ESG is very new and evolving market. So many requirements. If you are a good practitioner, the demand is too high. Some of my colleagues are charging $1,000, $1,200 per day. So even I will tell my story when the appropriate time is coming. Okay, fine. There are many standards, many frameworks all available. So the reason why there are many frameworks is that the stakeholder needs are different. Stakeholder needs are different. Before that, let us understand who is the stakeholder. Please type in the chat box, who is stakeholder? Who are all the stakeholders? A company, and who are all the stakeholder? Who are all called the stakeholders? Customers is one stakeholder. What is stakeholder? That means the existence of my company is impacting somebody else, or somebody else is impacting me. Yes. For example, whether I am impacting government or not, but government is impacting me. So they are called a stakeholder. The definition for stakeholder is that the existence of a company, either it impact other people or other people impact our company. Employees, very good, Vivekananda. Interested parties, Star Anand Kumar. Vendors, very good, Lenin. End user, very good, Hariprasad. Government agencies, investor, Gopinath. Prabhakaran is investor, suppliers, client, interested people. Many, even nearby people, the community. The first people we are going to impact is a neighbor, because there only we are impacting noise and water, wastewater and all. Yes, all community, society. Okay, they are called the stakeholder. So whenever I talk about stakeholder, so these list, okay, this list is mainly one thing you have forgotten that ESG people should know. One stakeholder you have forgotten to type it. Somebody can tell. Partners, consumers, very important person. They are only, yeah, workers. One person you have forgotten. If it is coming from your own, I'll be legal providers, one people, they are only giving money for us. Owners, stakeholders of the company, yeah, yeah. Bankers, sponsors, nearby, very near, contractor. You think investor, yeah. Avinash, you a big hand, please. Investor. Because the days are gone that when the investor, they go to the stock exchange and when you want to invest somewhere else, they will see only the profit. A big company, they want to invest several crores. For example, 100 crores of money they want to invest. So company A is giving a profit of 5%. Company B is giving a profit of 5%. But company B is having a structured ESG. That means they are following some sustainability norms. Which company the investor will prefer? A or B? B. So it is happening at the higher corporate level that then when they want to invest, not only invest, when they want to have a tie-up. For example, one company, they come to India and invest in India. So where they will invest, where this ESG practice is better. Because why it is required? Why it is required? Let it be. I want only the profit. Because they are having their own pressure from their own legal authorities that they have to follow some ESG norms. And the investor or the supplier or the customer, when they are following ESG, it is easy for me to achieve my own target. If I see only the profit alone, today it may be good, but after some time, when the law is very strict, so that's the reason now itself they are sourcing the suppliers, customers, and everything based on ESG criteria. It is not at a very small level, but in the corporate level, it is already started. Okay. Right. Okay. This is a clarity I'm giving. So before going into the framework, let me go to the standards. It's very easy to understand. So the biggest standard provider in the world is ISO standards. So ISO has already having some lot of standards, but the problem with ISO standard is for sustainability, there is no standard is available. The nearby standard, if I can tell, is ISO 26000 social responsibility guidelines. It is also not a standard guidelines, but as of now, there is no standard available. No standard. Yeah. ISO 14000 is for environmental standard. ISO 14064 part 1 is greenhouse gas emission at organization level. And 2 is at project level. 3 is how to do a GST verification and validation. By the way, we are also conducting training program for lead verifier and validator based on these 3 standards. ISO 14565 is the requirement for the certification body how to operate GST validation and verification. 6.7 is GHG emission for a product level. For example, a company level, they are having 1000 metric ton CO2 emission, CO2U, CO2E. But product level, they are having 10 products. So for one product, how much is the GHG emission? Why it is required? Because in future, when we send the product, we give the test certificate. In future, they may also ask, what is your carbon footprint for this product? So for that, some calculations available. It is available in this standard. ISO 50001 is an energy management system. ISO 20400 is sustainable procurement. That means when you select the vendors, how to select the vendor based on the sustainability criteria. 37101 is now getting developed. That means some communities, some society, some country, some village, they can follow sustainability. Further standard is already out. 26, I already told you. ISO 45000 is occupational health and safety management system. ISO 22301 is business continuity management system. And 31000 is risk management. Something is missing. Yeah, here. 27001 information security management system. This is one of the ISO standard. And one of the important ISO standard which I see is anti-bribery management system. That is very much required for our country, because anti-bribery, anti-corruption management system is ISO 37001. ISO 37301 is complaints management system, because yeah, there are, I will mute all. Okay. So ISO 37301 is complaints management, because one company has to follow many legal compliances. So for that, what are the legal compliances available that you have to list out, and what are their requirements, how to do that? All things are available in that standard. Complaints related to statutory, yes, statutory. Yeah, all the statutory. Because many times we do not know what are the statutory things available for us. When the people are coming for, anytime some people enter in our office, have you done this labor, have you done this environmental clearance and all, at that time we'll be in problem. Facility management. So ISO standards are, because there's no specific standard for the total sustainability. It's not available. ISO 9000 is for the quality management system, a general management system. But these are the specific management system, and they are working towards a sustainability standard, but it is very difficult to standardize, because as I told you, many industries, many size, so many complications are available, but still ISO is working on that. Okay. So this standard can be selected for implementing a particular activity. For example, anti-bribery, carbon emissions, you can select this concept. Okay. So before that, I want to tell about the materiality assessment. So how many people understand what is materiality assessment? Type MA. If you know materiality assessment, no problem. Otherwise, I will explain. MA. If you do not know, please type N. Nothing wrong in telling N. So how to implement a sustainability in an organization? You told very well that ESG is implementing sustainability within an organization, right? So how to start with? You know very well that each and every company is different in terms of the industry, in terms of the size, in terms of the location, in terms of the people, so many things. See, the problem of one company is different from another company. Yes or no? The sustainability risk in a company is different from company to company. Yes or no? Yes. Then the first activity any company has to do is materiality assessment. What is materiality assessment? In environment, what are all the topic which is applicable for me? For example, I am a cement manufacturer. So air pollution, is it a material topic for cement manufacturing company? Air pollution, yes. But I am a small software company. Is air pollution is important for me? No. So in environment, identify where and all will be impacted. Yes, calculating development. Yes, Mr. Jafar. See, there are hundreds of environmental topics are available. There are hundreds of social topics available. There are hundreds of government topics are available. So if you follow everything, then you cannot run the business. You cannot achieve the sustainability goal. My goal is I want to make my organization a sustainable organization. Then, first of all, you should understand what are all my topics. So if I generate lot of waste, then waste is my topic. If I pollute lot of noise, noise is my topic. GH emission is my topic. If I don't do, it's not your topic at all. Similarly, in social also, employee. In employee, what is the problem? Like that. Supplier. If I'm not operating with any supplier, then supplier is not my topic at all. So like that, choosing the right topic is called materiality assessment. You understood or not? Simple way. But in a class, they will explain all day materiality assessment topic is available. In a simple sense, the topic which is affecting either me or my stakeholder. So that is called materiality assessment. So in the materiality assessment, we are choosing these are the topic which is required for me to address. So that is called materiality assessment. After addressing this one, then you would choose what are the standards I can. Yeah, energy management. Suppose I'm using a lot of energy. My electricity consumption is too high. Then you have to implement ISO 50001. So this standard selection is based on your own materiality assessment. So got it? So EAG, sustainability. EAG means within a company. Then what are the topics applicable for us? That is a materiality assessment. Then choose your standards. You can choose any standards which is applicable for you. For example, a company which is a trading company, for them, sustainable procurement is very important. Carbon emission, waste management, community relations, security, all these are, yeah, some things are very common. You are absolutely correct. Even carbon emission, everybody is having the carbon emission. So that you have to control because we are having our one national target of achieving net zero by 2070. So you got the idea, the standards. You purchase the standard from the certification, the standard and implement it, get it certified. There is no big deal in these standards. So I completed my standard because I want to take a lot of time on the frameworks. So have you are you clear with standards? So what is standard? It is already there ISO standard. Many standards are available. Why you want to select the standard? Based on my materiality. I have a problem with my information security. Then choose ISO 27001. Like that, you have to choose the particular standard, implement it. That's all. Dividing more categories by ISO. Yes. Now ISO also coming out with many standards nowadays. Okay. So standard is completed. Now I have to go to the framework. Okay. Once it is implemented, for e-waste, there is R2, another standard is available. Although e-waste is covered in ISO 14001 silently, but the particular standard is R2. Okay. Like that, many standards are getting developed. This is all about the standards. Now I will jump into a big category that is called frameworks. What is framework? I have chosen my materiality topics and I have implemented my own. I have chosen the necessary standards and I implemented. how to manage medical wastage in this. Okay. So biomedical waste, sometimes very many acts are coming. So that also you can choose and you can comply with that. Okay. A company which is in medical sector, then the medical wastage is one of the material topic. If no standard is available, what you got to do? You got to apply our own basic concept that these are the standard. We can create our own SOPs and we can do it. No, nothing wrong. When standard is available, it is easy to comply. Otherwise, you got to make our own standard operating procedures, how to manage this thing. Finally, it should be managed. That's all. Okay. Now, I will come to the biggest part in this sustainability journey, that is called disclosure. Yeah. ISO, Mr. Lenin, the difference between ISO and other standard is the person who is releasing the standard. ISO is a common standard, it's an international organization for standardization. So whenever there is a requirement for any standard, they create a standard. But many agencies like FSSAI means in India, especially in India, for food manufacturer, the government has made that standard. ASM is American Society for Mechanical Engineers. It is for pressure vessels created by the USA. Similarly, many standards are available. If you choose the standard, it is easy for to comply. In sometimes the many standards are not applicable for us. Within the standard, something is not available. So leave the standard, create your own SOP and follow it. That's all. So that you can be a sustainable organization. Okay. Okay, there is a big complexity from IS and ISO, BIS and all, because each and every country is having its own standard, but when they trade internationally, so these standards are not compatible. So that's the reason ISO has come. So if you go for ISO, then it is easy for to satisfy both the buyers and the suppliers. Fine, no problem. I'll come to the disclosure part. So you implemented sustainability. How do your stakeholder know that you implemented your sustainability? How do they know? Because based on your sustainability initiative, they want to invest or they want to select you as a supplier. So many things are available. So for that only, you got to, through reports. Report means you got to disclose. Disclosure means you got to make a summary, preferably in a financial year. They select a financial year. In India, it is April to March. In UAE, it is Jan to December. So not a problem. Whichever financial you follow, that's no problem. So based on this year, you have to list out. These are the things I have done. Like our resume. If you go to a resume, what is there? This is my qualification, education qualification. This is my experience. This is my achievement. Like that, you can see a resume. Like that, for each and every year, you have to make a disclosure. I made this one. I've done. I reduced waste by 5% by implementing this technology. I reduced GHG emission by doing these activities. I've given some training for all my people on anti-corruptions. Like that. What are the initiative you made it in a single year that should be listed and made a report. This report should be published. So that your investor, your supplier, your customer, even without asking you, they can able to understand about you. So sustainability report, it is called sustainability report. So sustainability report is just like a resume where people can go there and see what it is inside so that they can come to know about this one. So this was sustainability report. So I will summarize sustainability, ESG, ESG is within the organization, materiality assessment. That means what are the different topics I have to follow. Then choose the right standard and implement so that you can meet the sustainability goal. If nothing is available, make your own SOP and follow it. Once followed, then you got to intimate the entire world or your stakeholder by making a sustainability report. Okay. Why there are, you can see, I have listed only 20, but many 25. There are many frameworks are available. Why there are many frameworks are available? The number one reason is that there is no standard. The standardization is very difficult here because the indices are different, the size is different. That's number one. Number two, now only it is getting evolved. Even ISO is working to standardize everything, but it will take a lot of time. Number three, the needs and expectation of the stakeholder is different. What is the expectation of a customer in a company? What is the expectation of the customer? As far as ESG is concerned, not profit or quality, and quality is something different. So you should implement ESG within the organization so that if you are sustainable, then it is easy for me to control my scope 3 ESG performance. Okay. And what is the expectation of the investor? What is the expectation of the investor?
Yeah, he
The
has to
investor-
ensure the ESG performance of the company, sir. Which company is going to invest? He should
Okay.
have the good ESG performance. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you rightly told, the investor require ESG performance, also your financial performance also. Both are required. So let us classify this performance into two categories. One is financial performance, another one is non-financial performance. Can you type it in the chat box, at least one or two financial performance? One or two financial performance. Yes. Some one or two financial performance, profit, turnover, something like that. You type it. Because understanding this framework, we require some profit. Said Kabir. Strong revenue, yes. Huge profit, yes. Profitability, turnover. These are all the financial disclosures. Cost control, accountability. These are all financial. Profit before tax, profit after tax. 14 ratios are available. Various ratios are available. Liquidity ratio, so many ratios are available. Even I am not the person to understand all these financial things, but various ratios. Yes, EBITDA, operational efficiency. So these are all financial disclosure or financial parameters. What is non-financial disclosures? Non-financial parameters, ESG parameters. Can I type something? You should touch minimum 20. Let me see in the chat box. I can easily explain, but understand pollution. In the pollution also, land pollution, air pollution, water pollution, and noise pollution. Very good. Carbon footprint, yes. Carbon footprint also a company level or product level. Let me read everything. Gender ratio, very good. Yes. Gender pay gap. Gender ratio is how many male employees are available, what is the female number of female employees. Not only at the company level, at the board level. Gender pay gap. So for a single position, how much you are paying to a male employee and a female employee? What is the difference? Very nice. Avinash. Noise pollution, very good. Inclusion, diversity. So how many are from minority? What is the percentage of minority? Inclusion, not only the company, in the supply chain also. Okay. Natural resources, yes, very good. Legal compliances. Energy consumption, yes. These are non-financial. I'm talking about non-financial disclosures or topics. Energy consumption, that means how many kilowatt of energy consumption from grid, national grid, and sometime from the renewable energy also. This also, yes. Resource conservation, okay. Water consumption, very nice. How many liters of water I'm consuming for making this product or this company, something like that. Mr. Yeah, energy audit. Okay, pollution, different types. Industrial waste, very nice. Many wastes are available. E-waste is available. Water waste, land, how much you are sending to the landfill, how much you are recycling it, reuse it. Consumption of various energies, yes. Life cycle assessment, very nice. Vivekananda. What is life cycle assessment? For a particular product from start to end, that you will decide whether from raw material to gate, that is called gate to gate, or cradle to gate, or end of life, anything, some standard you got to fix. So in that, how much emission I am making it? ISO 14067. Very nice. Waste management, yes. Sendil Kumar, yes. This is related to agriculture. Sustainability principles. Yes, yes. CSR activities. Number of CSR activities. Plantation, tree plantations, and other blood donations. Community engagement. Sustainable raw materials. Very nice. Okay, okay. So many things. Oh, wow. How many? E-waste, water consumption, water prevention. Yes. So you understand the difference between financial disclosure and non-financial disclosure. Please type in the yes box. Yes in the chat box. So the companies are every year they are disclosing their annual papers to our SEBI and the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, whether it's a financial disclosure or non-financial disclosure. Every private limited company and limited company, every year they got to submit their returns. It is a financial or non-financial? Type it. F or N. F means financial, N means non-financial. Yes, F. Only F. Because if you go there and see that it is F. Nowadays it is non-financial also. For the first top 1,000 companies in India, they got to submit financial as well as non-financial also. Both. For the first listed 1,000 companies, they have to submit both financial and non-financial. Henceforth, it will come for all. Don't worry. All the companies, they have to disclose their financial as well as non-financial disclosure also. So this is you got to understand. Okay. How far we came? Sustainability, ESG, materiality topic, standard selection and SOP selections, implementing it, then disclosure, financial and non-disclosure, non-financial parameters of sustainability. When we disclose it, the problem with the disclosure is that many people are coming out with many standards and frameworks. Number two, so what is the authenticity? Whether it is reliable, whether it is audited. Who is auditing our financial disclosure? Please type in the chat box. Who is doing the audit? Financial disclosure, who is doing the audit? Chartered accountant. Very nice, Mr. Sayed. Saktival, yes, chartered accountant. But who is going to audit the non-financial parameters? Whether audit is required or not? Definitely required. Audit is compulsory. Otherwise, how we can know that? Yeah. Yes. The third party, you are all going to become that third party very soon. Because there is a huge vacuum is going to come. Very huge. Understand, now only it's 1,000 companies. Now government has come with some act. All the companies to go for this non-financial disclosure also, then who has to audit it? Who should have the qualification? Because chartered account is qualified in certain area also. They are not engineers. They are not environmental experts. So people like you, EAG experts. So we should take it because I already qualified. You see, only very few. Only handful of people are qualified for auditing non-financial thing. But once the market is exploded with these requirements, then there is a huge requirement for all these EAG experts. You have to pass that examination and you should become the auditor for non-financial parameter also. Okay. So let me go through each and everything. Everywhere I will put only few minutes because for talking about GRI, I require 1 day. Even 1 day is not sufficient. I try to cover as many as possible. Please excuse me if I am not covering anything. Okay. The first and the most important disclosure is GRI. GRI is a Global Reporting Initiative. There the people, they came out with a beautiful standard for how to disclose your non-financial ESG parameters. Audit agency consultancy, yes. So GRI, you go to the GRI website and you can see that GRI 1, GRI 2, GRI 3 and all available. GRI 1 is basic. GRI 2 is talking about how to disclose the company related things, the name of the company, the size of the company, what is the organizational boundary. So these are the basic things that are available in GRI 2. GRI 3 is talking about various topics. For example, GHG emission, how to disclose. How to disclose waste, GRI 3. Like that, many standards are available with respect to the material topic which you have chosen. When you have chosen the material topic, can you tell me what is the process of choosing material topic? Type it in the chat box. When you have chosen my material topic during our first one is ESG, then we have to understand what are the material topic applicable for me, for the organization. That concept is called, please type in the chat box.
Sir, when you choose objective and target also, no, sir?
Objective and targets for what?
Based on the scope of the performance of the company, what is the scope and activities of the company?
Yeah. That scope is called materiality assessment. So first one is you have to select the materiality topic applicable for me, for the organization. Then only you have to put the objectives and target for that materiality topic. For example, waste is my materiality topic. And what should be my objective and what should be the target for each and every materiality topic. It's called materiality assessment. It's like Senthil Kumar sir. Okay. So for that, we have to disclose it. So how to disclose it? How to disclose it? It is there in GRA. That's a methodology. For each and every topic, one standard is available. So by following GRA, all the companies like our ISO, you can compare very easily. Why you got to compare? Who is comparing? Please tell me. By this time, you should be aware of that one. Who is comparing? They have taken two sustainability report and compare. Who is comparing?
So the benchmark
company.
you're telling?
A or B. Hello. Hello, are you
Sir,
getting? Okay. Yes. Can I continue? Am I audible?
yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, with the GRI, we can disclose our non-financial parameters of sustainability very easily, so that it is comparable. So the investor or the regulatory body, they can able to compare it very easily. Okay. And the next one is SASB, Sustainability Accounting Standards Board. The another standard. In my knowledge, many companies, they choose only GRI because it's a well-structured non-financial parameters. But sometimes they may require financial also. In a single report, I want to disclose my financial as well as my non-financial then there is a standard called SASB. And it is also sector specific. That means for each and every industry, some standards are available. GRI only for the non-disclosure, non-financial. But SASB, it is an advanced one where we can disclose our ESG disclosure financially plus industries wise also we can disclose. So you see, if you are having a SASB report, then the investor can compare further easy.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Okay, here small network issue is there. So I'm talking from a mobile. It will come within 2 minutes. So we can continue because I do not waste your time. Network. Okay, the third one is task force on climate related financial disclosure. Okay, this is further advanced. What advanced? You take for all the financial parameter, how it is impacting the climate related risk. See, here many things are available. One is financial disclosure. Number two, the climate related risk of that financial thing. Such a detailed disclosure is available in the TCFD, Task Force on Climate Related Financial Disclosure. Unless it is asked by your stakeholder, there is no need to prepare all these things. GRI is enough. Because sometime your investor may ask, can you give me TCFD disclosure? Sometime your investor may ask SASB report because they want to compare that one. If there is no comparison record, then GRI is enough. Okay. The fourth one is Carbon Disclosure Project, that is CDP. So CDP is nothing but our carbon emission. In our company, there is a carbon emission. So how to disclose our carbon emission? Next. Only 1 second, please hold on, because there is a heavy rain here. So my internet got disturbed. I'm coming back again.
ഇത്രയും നാളും കൃത്യമായി അടച്ചിരുന്നില്ലേ സാർ? അപ്പോഴത്തെ മണിയെടുക്കുന്നത് പോലും
Okay. Okay. Can you now see the can you now see the screen? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I can.
Okay. No problem. I'll continue.
Yes, sir. We could able to see.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
See, the carbon disclosure project is you measured your carbon emission. Then there is a platform to disclose it. That is called carbon disclosure project. You can disclose by a company also, by a city also, by government also, by country also, you can disclose it. So CDP disclosure is talking only about carbon disclosure. See, you have seen many non-financial disclosure. In that, CDP is worried about only the carbon disclosure alone. I will summarize. GRI is for all the non-financial disclosure, EAG disclosure. SASB is financial disclosure also. TCFD is financial disclosure, the impact of financial disclosure with respect to climate related risk. And the CDP is only carbon disclosure. I will go in this some other direction. Okay. Once you go, you have calculated your carbon emission and disclosed with the CDP. What is the next thing you have to do? Please type in the chat box. So you understood? You have got how much carbon emission you made it in a particular year. You disclose with the CDP. Then what is the next one? Our idea is not to measure the carbon, but how to reduce it. So you got to make a target for that. Okay. How to make a target? Generally, how you... So this year, my emission is 1,000 tons of CO2 equivalent. How to set the target? Please type it.
Can you go back one slide, Sayed?
Hello, come again.
Yeah.
How to set the
Can you-
target? Yeah, I'm here.
Can you go back one slide prior?
Yeah.
Next one, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, here setting the target is based on any one particular this thing, sir. Otherwise, everyone IR framework or everybody is giving something different, sir.
So that's the reason I'm going in some other sequence, not this sequence. You will
Okay,
get
okay.
confused. Okay, okay.
Okay.
See, first one is GRI. GRI is non-financial disclosure or the EAG disclosure. SASB is including financial. You got it? 2. 3 is further deep. Financial disclosure, which is having climate-related financial risk. And CDP is only about our carbon emission, CO2 emission. And once the emission is there, we got to reduce it. We got to set a target. So how will you make the target? Suppose my CO2 emission is 1,000 metric ton CO2 equivalent. Then you should not put 5%, 10%. Unless we do not know the scientific science, without understanding the science, how we can reduce it? For some people, scope 1 is very high. For some people, scope 2 is very high. For somebody, scope 3 downstream is very high. So unless you know what should be controlled, unless we know the science behind it, it is not possible. So SBTI, number 14, SBTI, Science-Based Target Initiative. This is the organization which is giving the guidelines for how to set a target. Nearby target next year, within 5 years, within 10 years, and within 2070, how to make this target. They have given a guidelines. So if you are using SBTI, it is a very crystal clear science-based target for our GHG emission. Are you clear now? GRI, SASB, TCFD, CDP, and Science-Based Target Initiative. All these things. Let me ask some questions to you so that You can able to understand. Which standard we can use when we want to disclose our financial and non-financial?
Yes. GRI.
That too sector specific.
GRI, sir.
GRI is not sector specific. It is materiality specific.
SCSB.
Yeah. SCSB. Which disclosure is best when I want to disclose only my carbon emission alone?
CDP.
CDP. Very nice, very nice. But GRI, whether it is covering? Yes, it is covering. Carbon also it is covering, but the specific disclosure only for carbon disclosure is CDP. So I got to disclose along with my target also. That target also based on some scientific principles. So which standard I can select? Which framework I can select?
SBTA.
SBTA.
SBTA. Science-based target.
Yes.
Science-based target.
Yeah. Okay. Suppose I want to disclose my labor related, environment related, human rights related, anti-corruption related, then OECD guidelines is the best one. So this is talking about how to disclose your anti-corruption, how to disclose your labor, environment, supply chain, everything is now it is in OECD guidelines. GHG protocol, this is a very famous protocol where you can use the scope 1, scope 2, scope 3 upstream, scope 3 downstream. There are 15 categories of scope 3. These classifications is done by GHG protocol. So this is the framework where we can able to understand what is scope 1, what is scope 2, what is scope 3, all other things. ISO 14064 is also talking about the direct emission and indirect emissions. It is not violating that one. ISO 14064 part 1 and part 2 is talking about direct emission, that is our scope 1. All other things are indirect emission. There is only 2 category. Here it is one scope 1, scope 2 and 15. That is 17 categories are available. So specific. So when we want to measure our CO2 emission based on GHG protocol, it is very easy so that we can able to control very easily. And in India, we are not using GRI. Our government of India, SEBI has released BRSR report.
BRSR.
Yeah. So if you are using the BRSR, then you can able to map, or you can all the first 1,000 companies in India, they got to every month submit their BRSR report to government of India, SEBI. Otherwise, they will not be allowed. They will be delisted from SEBI, stock exchange. So coming year, it will be 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, and maybe within very few years, all the company has to submit their BRSR report. So you should be able to understand what is BRSR. So these are the major one. ILO, International Level Organization guidelines. This is also one of the important thing. UNGC, United Nations Global Compact. This is also a framework. There they are telling 10 principles of sustainability. Principle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do anything. We can make our own materiality assessment and SOP, everything. But finally, we go to meet that 10 principles. And we can submit the report to UNGC and get it registered. Similarly, UN SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. So they have released 17 goals. What you have to do is, we have to select which are the goals which is applicable for us, and accordingly we can disclose. These are the famous GRI, SASB, TCFD, CDP, UNSDG. And Science-Based Target Initiative, OECD, ILO, GH Protocol, BRSR, all these things. So if you dig into many disclosures, there are more than 40, 45 types of disclosure available. But United Nations, ISO, all these people are working to centralize and form one single disclosure so that everybody can work. But it will take a lot of time. Even during our corona period also, for making medicine, they took 1 year. So similarly, they will also take 1 or 2 years. So after that, all these things will vanish. It will be under one single umbrella. The days are going to come. So having said, one thing is very clear that financial disclosure, chartered accountant will take care. But for non-financial disclosure, reporting, verification, validation, all things has to be done by experts like you. You are going to have a very high demand. Now only it started, even not even started, I can tell. Once it is started, we are having a very huge requirement in the market. So try to be as early as possible, get yourself qualified. So this is what my program is all about. If I go inside, there are many things are available due to the time constraint. I will leave this study material to you so that, finally I will complete with the rating. So once it is disclosure is completed, then there are many agents are coming in the market. EcoVadis, MSCI, Morningstar, Moody, and Duns also now they are doing this ESG rating. So somebody is giving rating because the implementation is not 100%. Some people are having 10%, 20%, 30%. So instead of telling in percentage, they are having different mechanism, medals, batches. So we are expert in EcoVadis. We are having many national and international projects. 2 days back also, one of the customer, they got platinum rating in EcoVadis. That is the highest rating in EcoVadis. In Chennai, in only 2 people got platinum rating. Those 2 people were considered by us only. So this also one of the area where you can enhance your knowledge so that you can become the rating agency, assessor, or you can become the consultant, or you can become the trainer in these areas. Because nowadays, the large companies, they are asking their supplier to go for EcoVadis rating or Morningstar rating or any rating you go, then only will give the job for you. Because once it is rated, my risk is less. So that whenever I am coming out with some target, sustainability target, these people can able to withstand it. If they are not rated, they focus only on the profit. So those people will not support my sustainability targets. So that's the reason many companies, they choose vendors who are having this rating, especially EcoVadis rating. Everything is very deep subject. Even now itself, you got whether you understood or not, but one thing is sure, you got confused. Am I correct? There is a war is going on in the world, in the sustainability world. Many standards, regulations, many. Yeah, please query. Yeah, I will give some time for your queries. Okay. Okay. So I will summarize. Sustainability development we understood, and ESG is implementing sustainability in an organization. So how to start with? Start with a materiality assessment. That means what are the topic available with us? What are the topic available for us? Once our topic is identified, we would select the particular standards to implement it. If no standard is available, go for your own SOP and implement it. Once it is implemented, then you have to disclose it by choosing any of these frameworks: GRI, SASB, Task Force, CDP. What are which is applicable for you, you can choose. Or if your stakeholder is telling some standard you have to follow, you have to go for that. If 2-3 people are asking different things, what do you have to do? That's a question now, interesting question now. For example, one customer is asking GRI, another person is asking SASB. So how to satisfy both? So I'll show one example. A company. Can you see the screen? A company which has, they want to satisfy both SASB and GRI. What you can do is, you simply disclose everything and finally you make a mapping like this. Child labor. So this is what my value. And you map, it is there in this page. Or it is meeting this requirement, GRI number. Either you can give the page number and the serial number, or it is meeting this requirement. So by doing this one, you can map many standard in a single thing. Okay. This is what we can do the disclosure. After that, you can go for rating. Any rating your customer is asking, that rating you can go. You will get definitely a very good score by understanding this one. Looks very complicated, but if you take some training with an expert, you can be able to understand all these things. No rocket science is available. All are very easy to understand. Only thing is that you should understand the concept and you have to pick the right standards and framework. Anybody can implement ESG in an organization. So with this one, let me conclude this very dry and heavy subject, frameworks and standards. So I can take 1 or 2 questions. One question is from Mr. Lenin, that ISO versus TU, please clarify. Please clarify this also. ISO, IEC, ITU certifications are the same principle or standardization. So ISO is a standardization organization in Geneva. IEC is International Electromechanical Commission or something like that. There are also another agencies, but IEC is mainly dealing about electrical and electronics, mechanical, product related standards. ISO is talking about all. So many times ISO also use IEC. For example, ISO IEC 27001. That means they prepared only one standard used by two people. Yeah. Mr. Radhakrishna. How to become assessor for ESG? So the best thing, I will tell the route for that one. The best thing is you complete, because passing ISO ESG assessor is very difficult, because I took more than 2 years to pass it, and very costly also. Very costly. So if you fail it, then it is very difficult to pass. So the best thing is you complete lead auditor for ISO 1445. Preferably 2737. If you complete it, no problem. Otherwise, also you can learn from Udemy or somewhere else. But 14 and 45, you should be very thorough. 27 and 37, you should have sufficient knowledge. Then you please apply for ESG auditor. That's my suggestion. But once you become the lead auditor for ESG, you are having huge demand. What is the qualification required to make best reporting? BRSR. Okay. As of now, there is no qualification at all. For making the BRSR, there is no qualification required. Anybody you can able to understand. The best thing is if you attend our ESG program, you can able to fill this BRSR report. That's okay. There is no qualification required. For auditing BRSR, EAG assessor is very important. But as on today, there is no requirement that your report should be audited because government knows that there is no auditor. But next year onwards, all the 1,000 companies, they would go for the ESG audit. So if you want to, yeah, what is examination? Can you? Yeah. So examination means for become ESG auditor, you should pass an examination. There are 3 modules are available. All the 3 modules you got to finish. Once you failed, gone. For example, for module A, if the module A itself 60,000 rupees you got to pay. So be careful. If you are very thorough, then you got to apply. Otherwise, you prepare yourself and you got to go for that examination. What is the basic qualification required for taking ESG courses? Not as such. Anybody who is having a graduate, they can do this qualification. What is the duration? Is there is no duration at all. You have to pass the examination. I am adding report maintenance. Yeah. What is the examination name? Who is? Yes. So there are many agents are available. The very few I will write here in the chat box. One agency called AA 1000 Accountability. They are conducting this course. You can also go there and see my name. I'm also there in their listing. So these are the people they provide. Because another organization there, they are so tough. So based on my experience, AA 1000 Accountability is the best agency. They are providing ESG auditor, lead auditor course. Yeah, they are only AA 1000. DQS is the DQS. So this organization, they provide training. If you want to go for training, because I'm not doing that, you can go to DQS and get yourself trained, and you can go for AA 1000 lead auditor course. These are all advanced level, but basically you got to complete. My recommendation is 14 and 45, and you please complete our certified ESG practitioner course. Then you do some practice. Then you go for the course and complete it. It will be all right. That's the route, easiest route. Anyone in Chennai? No, all are not. DQS is in South Africa. AA 1000 is from UK. So nobody is in India, even in India. Okay, guidance for practice, no problem. You come with us, no problem. Okay, EAG, say, the Mr. I'm not able to read. Now, which body provide EAG certificate for companies? So, as there is no standard is available, no certification is available, but you can go for EcoVadis rating. Yeah, this material will be given to you. Cost of auditor report must, or cost auditor report must for ESG. So for completing this course, it may take around 1 or 2 lakhs rupees you got spent for completing this course. I'm not conducting. We conduct only lead auditor for 14,001, 45,001, and we conduct certified ESG practitioner course. If you go outside, it costs lakh minimum. 40,000, 60,000 and all people are charging, but we are taking profit in all other certification, not in ESG, because this is the way we can contribute to our world. So we are keeping our fee very less, as less as 11,000 rupees for 5 days class. Just understand, there is no profit at all, but you can get immense level of knowledge, and we give a lot of documents what we collected, all standards. That itself is more than 1 lakh rupees. That we give at a free of cost. So those who are interested, you can contact our office. They will guide you. Any other booming area along with EAG auditing fees? No, BMK do EAG. Yes, we do. We give consultancy for EAG. Yes, we provide. Okay.
So doubting, sir.
Ah.
Sir, Sivakumar from Coimbatore, sir.
Okay.
சார் இப்போ நம்ம அந்த இஏஜி ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து அட்டன் பண்ணோம்னா அடுத்து நாங்க வந்து இப்போ இண்டஸ்ட்ரி போய் சின்ன சின்ன பவர் ஆடிட்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். அந்த நம்மளுக்கு வந்து இஏஜில வந்து அதை வந்து அந்த எனர்ஜி ஆடிட்டோட சேர்த்து அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு வந்து இஏஜி எங்களால ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ற அளவுக்கு வந்து ட்ரைனிங் கிடைச்சிருமாங்க சார்?
கண்டிப்பா கண்டிப்பா. எஸ், I think I cannot answer this question. Can anybody answer this question? Already certified EAG practice from BMQR. Somebody
Yes,
unmute and
yes, sir, we have a framework. Major guided fee.
Mr. Raja already attended, so he will explain how is my program.
Yes, we can do, sir. We can do with the broad framework. In detail, we have to go.
Yeah.
We can do that. Easy, we can do it.
Yeah.
Scope 1, Scope 2, Scope 3. ERI. Yes, we can do, sir. Rukma, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do EAG practitioner course, is there any scope of consultant? Yeah. The consultancy career for EAG is going to start. You know how many chartered accounts are available in India? That many EAG practice are now required for our country, for this world. So there is going to be a boom in this EAG consultancy market. So once you are qualified and understood the concept, then you can start your consultancy career. You can also go and check with naukri.com. Just you type EAG, how many requirements are available. Fine. So with this one, because I want to respect our time, I already taken 5 minutes extra time. Sorry for that. So those who wants this course material, and if you want the e-certificate and the recording of this session, please type your name and phone number. Yes, any approved body provide a certification, because it is now getting developed. As such, there is no approving bodies available. But what we are giving is a certificate approved by NASD. Lot of people, more than 50, 60 people got certificate from us. They are approved by Government of India. Thank you very much. So those who wants, please type your name along with the phone number or email ID. Then only you can able to send the certificate, e-certificate, along with this course material and the recording of this session. Please type. So until then, I am signing off from this session. So let us see in another session with great energy. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the great
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.